Welcome back to Transforming Lives with Prophetess Rein. I am your host, Prophetess Rein. That's me. And it is another Help Me Stand Wednesday. As I said last week, if you missed that show, we have a hectic ministry schedule, so we have got to get these done for you. So don't come from my life because I'm in the same outfit. I'm really trying to make sure that we keep up and make sure that we bring you what God has given us to bring you every single week. And if you are new to the channel, you're just tuning in for the first time, this is our Help Me Stand Wednesday segment where believers like you send me your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and we discuss them here on our show to do what? Help us stand. It takes work to walk out our faith life. And so sometimes we just need a little extra push. We need that encouragement. So whether we're answering a question or bringing you encouragement, this is what Help Me Stand Wednesdays is all about. Authentic worship happens on Mondays. Authentic Worship Mondays is a segment that we do here at this channel where we discuss the things about worship, the things that we encounter in worship, the things that get said in the pulpit. Should we practice these things? Should we not? What do they mean? Why are they important? Are they right, wrong? Are they biblically backed or not? Is it wrong to do it? Should we keep it up? Those are the kind of things that we address because we want to be authentic worshipers and we want to understand why we practice what we practice. You are also welcome to send your questions about that as well. We will make sure that we put our email down below so that you can send that to us. We may not always respond to you directly. We do have a team that is checking that, and we will be sure to pray over these things and make sure that we're getting your prayer requests. We do always pray every time we get prayer requests. Please know that. Although you may not hear back from us, if we are inclined to share because God has given us something to share with you, we absolutely will, but we are getting your emails, all right? And we have Say Something Saturdays, which is a campaign that is my baby, my jewel. It is a global campaign to transform trauma. Given the statistics that we have discovered, many people right in the house of worship are dealing with so many traumas that are going unaddressed. And so we have taken to the streets in the United States, in Africa, in Asia, and in Europe to begin to transform our trauma. So if you are a leader or a person with a testimony that is interested in that movement and would like to discuss ways in which you can partner with us to bring transformation and healing to the world, you can email us from the email down below. It's Help Me Stand Wednesday, and I want to answer the question today of someone who asked me, why is it that church people are often living in a way that does not reflect godly character? What is going on? Why is it, in other words, as they elaborated, they were asking me, why is it so easy for us to point the fingers, okay, than it is for us to look internal? And I think that that's a good question that prompts me to ask another question to you all. Are you afraid of your character? Are you afraid of your character? Because essentially, when we find that we are in these worship situations and in these contexts with people that are supposed to be God-fearing, that are supposed to be lovers of God, that don't necessarily behave in a certain way or reflect, I should say, the character of God, there's usually something going on. Now, it's easy to say, well, a person needs to be delivered. It's easy to say that. That's true. All right? That's true. We all need to be delivered. We all need to be transformed. Transformation is an ongoing process. But the person's specific question, what I understand they were getting at, is why is it so easy for us to do this than it is for us to do this? All right? And there is no one main answer for that. Everyone has their different issues. Everyone has their different reasons. I really can't, express in 15 or 20 short minutes every reason. But there is something that the Holy Spirit ministered to me, and that is sometimes it's easier for us to look at others than it is for us to look at ourselves. Now, this isn't new revelation. We know this. All right. We're just here to simply dissect why and talk about it because it's something that is important to you as believers. And honestly, if you ever consider your own struggles, if you can just, and I don't, many of us have been here. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. You can tell me in your comments and your thoughts later. But I know I've been here where it's been easier for me to look at and evaluate and assess someone else's issue because then I don't have to deal with my own. I'm occupying myself through projection. All right, now I don't practice this. I'm speaking generally, okay? But I have found myself here and can still find myself here because I'm human. And sometimes what happens is we're trying to occupy the dead space that would enable us to have to deal with us by focusing on somebody else. In other words, if somebody else is worse off or perceived to be worse off, then I can hone in on that and I feel better about me. And this is typical of bullying. This is typical of people who are insecure. We see this all the time. It's not new. It happens. I'm not saying it should. We're not excusing it. We're not suggesting that it is okay. But we do this often because it's something that we don't want to look at. And so when the Holy Spirit asked me the question is, are you afraid of your character? He was really asking me, what are you afraid to see? You ought to care about you. And your projection and your avoidance should be a signal and a sign to you that there's something in here that you need to work on. We've heard this said before. There are people we don't like. And often it's because they project something that we are. They are mirroring for us a part of who we are, and we don't like that part of ourselves. I have come across people in my coaching and counseling sessions who have admitted that they are sometimes